You are now smelling the StenchCast.
What's that smell?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to StenchCast. We are your hosts, Pench.
And Smench.
And you're tuning in for episode 60... I want to say 4?
Some fucking shit like that.
I'm playing one of the games to ever exist, to ever be released, X-Defiant. It's Ubisoft's newest game. It is supposed to be like a Call of Duty killer, and I honestly hope it is. But from what I've seen so far, it's not... What I've played so far, it's really not, like, anything super special.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you. Like, it's not this amazing fucking game. It's just kind of alright. But, it's fine. It's fun. It's a game.
Yeah,
right?
that it is. Yeah.
But speaking of Call of Duty, the whole reason that I decided to download X-Defiant was because for some odd reason, I've had this weird itch for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Which, I know the itch is for Modern Warfare 2019, but I don't have 2019 on my PC. And getting it to work on Xbox is a pain in the ass. Because it's so fucked up from the Warzone updates that you have to install specific packs to get the game to work. And uninstall other ones. So if you want to play campaign, you have to have a certain set of packs installed. And if you want to play multiplayer, you have to have a different set of packs installed. It's really fucking weird. But, yeah, the closest thing I can get to that is funny Modern Warfare 2. The newest one. And so I reinstalled it the other day, and I tried playing it today, and the whole time I was kind of anticipating the fact that you have to go through, like, 15 fucking minutes worth of logos and quote-unquote menu updates, whatever the fuck they are, and all that bullshit, just to actually get to the game. But holy fuck, did I underestimate it.
Yeah.
Number one, you have to go through a good, like, I want to say, like, 3 full fucking minutes worth of logos and Call of Duty's new fucking dumbass, like, Marvel intro thing that they have now. Because they so desperately want to be, like, that giant. Oh, oops. But, then you have to go through the menu for, like, where you can select whether you want to play Cold War, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, 2019, whatever. I don't know why the fuck they did that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, I clicked on Modern Warfare 2 in Steam. Obviously, I want to play Modern Warfare 2. I don't even have the other games, so I don't know why they're here. But, yeah, so you go through that, and you have to scroll pretty much all the way down just to find Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want so desperately for you to buy Modern Warfare 3. God damn it. So you get there, and then it takes you to the Modern Warfare 2 menu, and you have to do another menu update. On top of that,
Never
you
seen
have
that
to
before.
download shaders, which it's like, I just spent like 10 hours downloading the full 80 gigabytes for the Steam download, and you're telling me that I still have to download shaders? Are you fucking with me? What sick joke is this? So you do that, and then you finally get to the actual Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer menu, where you select your game mode and all that, and the menu just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
You go through, like, literally 4, like, almost streaming service-esque menu screens after, like, a full 15 fucking minutes of navigating all that, going through logos and all that bullshit. And the menu just freezes so fucking constantly. It was probably because the shaders were downloading, but it's still, like, what did they think what made them think this was a good idea? Like, what made them think anybody would want to play this absolute fucking dog shit? Quote unquote play. I'm using the word play very liberally.
Yeah.
But, that's a grenade. I don't want to... There we go. It's such a fucking dog shit experience, and it made me realize, like, the absolute state of AAA gaming companies, and it's like, wow, this is really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't see any of this shit on back when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were still the hottest consoles on the market. It was just pop the disc in, play. You don't get like 50 fucking ads for whatever celebrity is trying to obtain relevance again through being in a video game. It's like, oh, someone's car alarm just went off. But it's so fucking convoluted and overcomplicated for no reason. What the do you hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
Wee! Someone's car definitely just got broken into.
Real. It's actually yours.
Yeah, you're right, man. My car that I totally have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get it. It makes no fucking sense to me. Ugh! X-Defiant, it's weird because it almost feels like classic Call of Duty in the way that it plays, but it's just because it's a very simple FPS. Like, it doesn't have a whole lot going for it. It has a lot of potential. Like, I think it could be a very good game if Ubisoft actually like doesn't fuck it up and doesn't ruin yet another fun game. But I don't know. Like, I don't understand. I know I'm just kind of parroting the same fucking words over and over again, basically, but I don't understand why the fuck anybody ever thought it was a good idea to have such complicated UIs just to play a video game. Like, nobody wants to sit through 15 minutes of fucking muck just to play a game.
Yeah.
But speaking of Ubisoft and, you know, their infinite blunders, the new Operation for Rainbow Six Siege, that just got, like, basically dropped, or trailer dropped, whatever. It's called New Blood, I think. Either that
New
or Old
Blunder.
Blood, something like that. Yeah, basically. And, get this, Joe.
Monthly subscription.
You know how... Yes, that, but... You know how it used to be that you would... With every season, you would get a new map and 2 new operators.
Yep, they did,
Hold on! Don't fucking spoil it!
Okay.
So, a new map, 2 new operators. That sounds like a fucking luxury now, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't play Siege anymore.
I really don't that much either, but like since like I want to say 2020, that's just not been the case.
Yeah,
it's one operator and like
a map rework.
Not even every season. Like you'll get a shitty map rework that literally not a single person wanted or asked for. Every like 3 seasons, and that's as much as you get.
Yeah.
But this time, we get a quote-unquote remaster of The Recruit.
Mm-hmm.
Except, it's not a remaster. It is a rollback of a change that they made like 3 years ago, where Recruit used to be able to basically equip any weapon and any 2 secondary gadgets. They updated it so that he can only choose between like 3 weapons, depending on what side he was on.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think it depended on what side he was on before too, to be fair, but still. And he only had, I think, just 1 secondary gadget. Now, also, you could have a 5-stack of recruits. You could have your whole team playing recruit. That was a big meme back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But now, with this new update, their remaster of the recruit is bringing back him having two secondary gadgets. I don't know about his weapons. They might be bringing back the thing where, you could have access to just about any weapon.
No, I think they're limited to just a few weapons again.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Here's the real kicker. Number one, the models that they're using were made for the mobile version of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, they were like, oh yeah, we're taking the models from the Rainbow Six Siege mobile team. I was like, they're still like doing anything? Like that's still a thing?
Oh no, they just got done.
Oh yeah, well,
I wouldn't be surprised if they just got done.
Yeah.
But these models that have existed for probably like 7 years, they just decided, fuck it, we got to do something this season. So no new operator at all. Which, to be fair, the last, I'd say like dozen operators have been absolute just dog shit recycled characters.
Not really.
I wouldn't say dozen, but a good few of them.
A couple of them, yeah.
Like Ace.
Oops.
Fuck, that was a long time
Yeah.
ago, actually.
Yeah.
Jesus. Ace is just Hibana, but better, because he basically just has her gadget times 9.
Yeah. Some of the new operators they had to nerf because they were just way too powerful, like Solus and Fenrir.
What did they do to Solus?
Solus, they made it so that she can't use her funny vision.
Which she's also just IQ on defending team.
Yeah, but she can't use her funny vision until prep phase is over. And then
what?
Yeah, because they were like, oh yeah, so she doesn't like obliterate all the drones in like 2.5 seconds.
I just love the idea that like you have this fucking world-class team of operators who are like defending like a bomb against terrorists.
Oops.
But command tells one of them like, hey, you can't use your like the gadget that you use that has like brought you to this team. You're not allowed to use it until exactly a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But they also made it so it's 10 seconds instead of 20 for the use of it, and then you also, if like you use it and then stop using, you can't use it again until it's fully recharged.
That's my favorite thing about Ubisoft is, and this isn't even just with Rainbow Six. I noticed this with For Honor as well. Anytime they introduce a new character, they're always, I don't want to say always, for Rainbow Six, I'll get back to that. But they'll introduce a character that is just horrifically overpowered and absolutely...
Fucking load? God damn.
But as I was saying, we were talking about Rainbow Six Siege operators.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that, like, with both Rainbow Six and For Honor, Ubisoft will introduce this absolutely buttfuck overpowered character. Either that, or it'll be the most useless fucking character on the planet.
Yeah.
Which has happened quite a few times in Rainbow Six Siege's history. And then they will nerf that character into the fucking ground until they are no longer even fucking viable in a normal game. Never touch them again. To be fair, it's not like they haven't done that before. Like in the quote-unquote heyday of Rainbow Six. Blackbeard is living proof of that.
Yeah.
He was extremely overpowered for a long time, and then they nerfed him once, which was when they made his rifle shield basically saran wrap.
Yep.
And then they never touched him again. But I think, honestly, the whole thing that they do of like having a character be extremely overpowered at launch is on purpose. I think they do it because it'll immediately get attention and be like, oh yeah, this character is ridiculously overpowered. Like, if you want to have fun, play this guy, and then everyone buys it. And then a week later, they get nerfed into the ground, and then boom. Ubisoft already has their money.
Yep.
It makes sense. But, oh, shit. But, yeah, so not only are these new recruit models uh, taken from the fucking mobile version of the game, these models that have existed for actual years. Because I remember seeing them at one point.
Yeah.
They've also limited recruit, instead of being able to have a 5 stack of him, having him be limited to 1 man per team.
Oops.
Which is utterly fucking hilarious to me. Ubisoft reminds me of just like your typical government, where they're like, yeah, okay, well, we see that you're having fun, we're gonna regulate it until it's not fun anymore. I don't know. Ubisoft is just exceptionally fucking bad at making decisions. And it's also like, if they notice the pick rate on a given character being slightly higher than another, that character immediately gets fucking nerfed.
Yeah.
And it's not like something small, like, oh yeah, we tweaked his gadget just a little bit. No, it's like, oh yeah, we reduced Jaeger to a 1 speed instead of a 3 speed. And also, we took away his gun. He now has a stick and a rock.
Yep. He's no caveman.
Yeah. Good luck. And then, of course, they'll nerf the next character. And it's like, everyone's just equally fucking useless. Another thing, too, is, like, there's a lot of that was unique about the game early on that is now just gone. I see a lot of people talking about this now, the lighting of the game especially. I saw a post on Reddit today, the R6 subreddit, that showed a screenshot of House back in, like, I want to say 2017. And not only was seeing the old House very nostalgic from playing so many fucking, like, group post game modes on Xbox, Garage Wars, Sledge Myers, oh god. But also seeing that lighting was especially just so fucking nostalgic.
Yeah.
And I know why they made a lot of these changes, like with lighting and making it so that no map is at nighttime anymore. I don't know if you noticed that. There's not a single nighttime map anymore. They did it so that attackers can't, like, hide outside. But at the same time, that was only ever an issue when it came to spawn peeking. With the lighting thing, that's... To be fair, there were quite a few spots on old maps where defenders or attackers could hide and blend in perfectly with their surroundings. But at the same time, why would you remove that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just fucking removes a cool element of the game. How long was it gone, by the way?
Like 10 minutes almost.
Fuck. Alright. But, yeah, I don't know. Ubisoft is just literal fucking fun police. They don't allow anything fun. X-Defiant. There are really only a few major issues I have with the game. Number one, it suffers from the same server issues that Rainbow Six does, where I'll notice that I'll dump a fucking mag into someone and have to reload, but like 2 seconds into the reload animation, the person will die.
Yeah.
And it's not like I got an assist or anything, it's they died from my bullets, and it's like they died a lot later than they should have. And I noticed the same thing to me as well. And I remember the first time I saw this in Rainbow Six Siege as well. Where I would get shot and get into cover and I'd be fine, and then like a second later, when I'm already in cover, I'll die from the bullets that the enemy put into me like 4 seconds ago.
Yeah.
4 seconds is a bit of an exaggeration, but it's very noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little fucking annoying. But also the fact that there is a very clear meta with the game, and it's sniper rifles.
Yeah.
All of the snipers in the game, well, both of the sniper rifles in the game are one-shot kills.
Yeah.
99% of the time. Every other gun has a decently, besides the MP7, has quite a long time TTK, time to kill.
Mm-hmm.
The double barrel shotgun is pretty good at like one tapping people, but at the same time, the shotgun damage is so horrifically inconsistent that I have completely stopped using them.
Yeah.
The assault rifles are kind of fun, but I think one of the biggest issues I have is the fact that there's just not a whole lot of variety right now. There's only 5 assault rifles, 4 SMGs, 3 shotguns, 3 LMGs, 2 marksman rifles, and 2 sniper rifles. And then there's 5 pistols, and that's it.
Yeah.
Those are all the weapons you have to work with. And then for the attachments, it's also just very limited. And at the same time, pretty much all of the attachments for every gun are exactly the same. It's like, oh yeah, we have like 3 different sights. We have 2 reflex sights, and then 2 magnifying scopes.
Mm-hmm.
One is slightly better than the other. That's it. Oh, we have extended mags. And it's... The way they worded some of these stats is so fucking weird, too. Like, I go to the M870 pump shotgun, and I look at the stats to see if I look at the attachments to see if there are any attachments that reduce the time between shots. So I go to the funny front rail, and it's like plus 10 ADS speed, okay. 2.5 plus movement speed, okay. Negative 10% recoil recovery. I understand what it means by recoil recovery, but there's just... Like, some of these stats seem so fucking useless. Like, ADS walking speed? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I get it in, like, Rainbow Six, but I feel like they really just copy and pasted that from... Like, the stats of these from Call of Duty, where they're just arbitrary numbers that make no fucking... Like, they have no bearing on the game whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, ADS stability. Nobody is aiming down sights in X-Defiant for that long. I can promise you that. Like, these attachments only make sense if you're playing snipers. The rest of the game is, like, way too fast-paced to be worried about, oh yeah, how steady is my aim when I'm ADSing.
Yeah.
Especially with shotguns. Who the fuck is ADSing with shotguns?
Yeah.
I don't know. X-Defiant is a weird game for me so far, but I don't completely hate it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely suffers from some of the same problems that Call of Duty suffers from, so maybe it is a COD killer. Where, like, you'll go to shoot one dude, but then, like, 3 of his teammates will come out of absolutely butt-fuck nowhere and just appear out of thin air to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Anywho, Joe, I think it's time to turn the mic over to you. I feel like I've been hogging up the mic quite a bit, so, just like last week, yapping. Just like last week, I think I ought to let you take charge of the D&D story.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And I was focused on Trash Can Carla. I didn't realize how fucking red her eyes were from all the drugs she's on.
Be careful not to leave your power armor open. If ever your side one gets attacked by raiders, she will hop in your power armor and steal it. And
Cool.
You won't be able to get her out unless you kill her, but then you lost a power armor from her.
I already lost my power armor because I jumped off the roof the funny building and it landed inside of like a truck and I can't get it out.
Sick.
Yeah, so that's something funny here. But
I almost soft-locked myself outside the USS Constitution because a car, like, flipped over onto its side, and basically, like, I guess I spawned inside it after I reloaded my save after dying.
Yeah.
And it just had me stuck. Oh, God. I didn't mean to equip the shotgun. But I kind of just spawned in it and couldn't get out.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, D&D, now that I'm not focused on Shark Can Fartla. Yeah. We played again. Same campaign, same people. It's a good, great time. We didn't play in the musky basement dungeon
Yeah.
this time.
The fucking actual dungeons and the Dungeon of Dragons.
Yeah, and we played in my house like we used to, the OG area, and
Which nothing hits harder than D&D at Joe's house.
yeah, and but yeah, we played D&D. It was a good time, and it wasn't as long as the last session because Mad Max got there. I mean, he had to work, like always, can't do much about that, but he also wanted to go home because he had to get up early and go to work. He also wanted a bit of time to himself, which I can understand, but yeah, it is what it is. So our session was a little bit short at that time, but we were playing, and last time we played, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, the stealth, we had no idea how it worked at all. Actually, apparently Gibby did, but he just kept quiet because it was funny, and
Yeah.
it was funny.
I don't think he knew I don't think he knew how to properly execute it, but he knew something was wrong, and he didn't want to say anything.
Well, I also felt something was wrong too, but I thought he knew exactly, not exactly, but knew at least, had an idea of what was the wrongdoing. But yeah, so I finally figured it out. It is when you stealth, I think you can just hide. You don't have to do much of a check or anything. I mean, obviously, depending on other situations, I don't know. But basically, each turn, whenever you make an attack, if you hit the target you're attacking, then you become unhidden. And if you miss or something to the like, then you stay hidden. And while this, I just got mini nuked. All right.
Sick.
I didn't want to play the game anyway.
Real.
But the thing was, me being a rogue at level 1, this, was a bit monumental because that meant like I couldn't just be hidden every single round with no consequences whatsoever. But it was still funny nonetheless. And then we come to realize upon leveling up to level 2, I get the ability where I can just hide as a bonus action, so I can attack and then immediately hide.
So then he
again.
can actually be as overpowered as he was at first.
Yeah.
He just got early access to his ability, basically.
Yeah, I paid the monthly membership program.
GTA Plus.
Yeah. But yeah, that was
Oh, actually, we didn't
funny.
mention that. Another part of the announcement for Ubisoft for the new season was a new monthly subscription service because, with the Battle Pass, Season Pass... Actually, I think they got rid of the Season Pass. But at one point, there was a Battle Pass and a Season Pass.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're not making enough money off of Rainbow Six Siege.
No, not at all.
More. They need a monthly subscription, but continue.
Yeah, well, I want to touch on that real quick. I was watching a video of someone, watching the announcement, and it was, a live crowd, and, all these,
Everyone booed.
Yeah, all the changes they were making, I don't know much about the recruit, but almost everything was, everyone cheering, yeah, woohoo, but the second they got to the, alright, so we're gonna do monthly subscriptions, and just boo! Boo!
Oh, yeah. There was not a single person cheering for it.
No, and it makes
I loved
sense.
At the same time the clip that was playing. It was just pre-recorded in their office or whatever. But fucking the dude that was announcing it was talking about how we value player feedback, and while he's saying this, he is just getting booed into oblivion.
Yeah,
it was fucking hilarious.
No, that was goofy. But yeah, anyway, D&D, again, the only thing that keeps this podcast, any viewership
alive.
Yeah, the last episode we got 25 views in the first day.
Which is insane.
Alright, I'm getting pranked by feral ghouls here. But yeah, it's quite instained. Instained, yeah, I'm kind of losing it here, but yeah, it was funny. We were playing, and we had a good time, and one of the some funny moments, some funny highlights we'll get into. So me and Niall, we got to a part where we had to split up, and so me and Niall, we went into this like building, like a crypt or some sort. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we went in and this guy's goofing. But we went in and there was like 3 tombs, whatever, and you know some funny like ghouls came out, attacked us, and we well, actually before that I forgot we found a merchant, and it was like a little goose guy, and after like there was a point where Gibby, he's a bard, so he wanted like a certain piece of armor, but it was a bit too expensive, so he was trying to barter, get the price down, and eventually him, Gibby, and our DM Boondocks came to an agreement where, or I guess rather the Gibby's character and Boondocks' character, the merchant there, came to agreement, and they decided that Gibby was gonna he was gonna perform a song or whatever, and Boondocks would sing it. Fucking dog. I'm sorry, dog. But yeah, while they were singing, or rather right after they were singing, I immediately go, and while they're singing, I rob him. Rob the funny merchant. And at first it was taken as like I take just everything, which, I mean, would have been really funny, but that was not my intention. I just wanted to swipe an item. And so yeah. I look at the
Which
list.
happened to be the most expensive, the best item.
Yeah. I looked at the list of items they had, and I was just like, what would be cool? And I saw an alchemist fire for 50 gold. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to steal that. And Boondocks is saying they're like, you stealing one of the most expensive item. He's like, I put this in here because I thought you guys were gonna like save up and you come back and buy this, but nope, I just stole it.
Yep.
What is it?
Such as D&D.
Yeah, there's a suit of power armor here. I want this. Fucking fly. But yeah, yeah. But I stole that funny alchemist fire, which is a throwable fire item time. I don't have any ammo on that. And Back to the Future now, where me and Niall are in this crypt-like area. I decide, you know, I'm gonna stand back, because it was a small room with the 3 crypts. The ghouls came out, started attacking us, so roll initiative. I was first. I decided, you know what would be more funny than to hide, as you know, just hide, just go into hiding, run out of the room, and I hid before the battle because I didn't quite use my bonus action, but I hid before the battle, so I ran out of the room, and I decided to take the alchemist fire that I just stole. Literally, it was like 5 minutes ago. I just stole it, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna throw it in this room because. I forget like what exactly the monster was. I'm just saying ghoul because I'm pretty sure what that is. But they had
were I want to say they were Draugrs.
Yeah, I think that was it because he had a lot of Skyrim elements. Yeah, no, it was Draugr because
because they were like fucking half dead basically.
Yeah, they were like ghouls. But yeah, there was
oh, shut up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what's up, Timothy? I didn't even save. Oops. Well, this guy's dead. Alright. Oh, he was
Poor fella.
Yeah, no, he was a synth. That doesn't matter. He's not real. But yeah, I threw the funny item because they were vulnerable to fire. And we touched on this last time too, but as a little reminder, Niall's character is completely focused.
Fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, but his character's completely focused on fire. He's a fire genasi, and he's a druid, which like, I mean, normally if someone played a druid, be like, oh okay, cool, like whatever, that's fine. But with Niall, like he played a druid, and like our first campaign we played, and he just sucked. He couldn't do anything. Like his character was awful, and partly due because I guess for druids, you're supposed to, like the DM's supposed to like give them like spells and stuff, and I was a DM and I didn't know that, and I just didn't give him anything, so it was kind of my fault. But he still just did the wrong things, which he still does. And he was all fire. He had create bonfire, whatever. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Oh well. And so he was really excited for this fight. He was like, finally, it's my time to shine. But I run out of the room and throw the funny alchemist fire into the room, and basically just kill everything myself.
Yeah.
But I think they were still alive, so they were giving them a couple hits. I was completely fine because I was hidden. They didn't know where I was. And after they died, they dropped their swords, and then their swords like reanimated. They became like magical, whatever. Just floating swords. They were the new enemy, and so of course I was still hidden. And I let Niall take care of the sword. Well, no, I didn't let him take care of the swords. He was more of just my meat shield, as I like hid outside the room shooting at them, and he just took the brunt force of the every attack. But
yeah,
so he ended up going down, and I took out 2 of the swords because there was 3 before falling to the 3rd one because Niall died and couldn't be my meat shield anymore. So he was more than useless.
yeah.
But yeah, I fell, and then everyone else came in, cleaned up. That was quite funny, especially the part where, I kept hiding and like winning the game and like killing everything, and Niall just did nothing and died. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know how to fix my leg. I guess it's just not gonna be fixed.
Basically cross map someone with a grenade.
Oh yeah. But that was funny, and then I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. At the beginning, the funny Mad Max. He missed the first one, so this was the second campaign, or the second session here. He joined in, and he made his character real quick, not too much, and he made his character based off just a certain real life criminal. We're not going to say who.
Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah. Well, he didn't make his character based on Jerry Sandusky. He just named him that and kind of just roleplayed as him a little bit.
And also kind of roleplayed as him.
But
how old are you?
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
But so yeah, I forget what it's the same situation I have with Jordan with my character, where he said something and I took that as his name. I forget what he said that I took it as name.
Fuck
though.
you.
Well, no, that was for you.
Yeah.
But I'm talking for Mad Max. He had something. Oh, it was the name of a local college. The college that like most of us go, or most of our friends go to. We said that, and so that's what my character thinks his name is.
I finished my housing application yesterday for just saying.
That is Le Epic winter time. But yeah, so that was funny, and then his character went through a lot of different changes. Specifically while he was making it, because he went from just a fighter to a Jehovah's Witness to Jerry Sandusky, and now he's all 3. So he gets the best of all 3 worlds. I don't know why I just used Simtech there.
Because we were playing D&D, and because I was playing Barbarian, it made me actually want to play a playthrough of Baldur's as a Barbarian, and I did. I started one, and it's epic so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I still need to finish the game, but that'll come some other day.
Me too.
I'm trying to think.
I've had like fucking 9 playthroughs in the game. Haven't finished a single one.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But yeah,
Right.
Another thing we did was right after the funny Draugr incident, we went to the other fork in the road, and we met up with some like eagle people. I forget the name of the race, but they're basically just birds. And they
God damn it! What the fuck?
we were trying to like peacefully resolve some issues because they were like, "Oh, you're bad," but we're like, "No, we're good."
And we succeeded originally.
Yeah, we succeeded because they knew the one character that we
had a mutual
befriended.
friend.
Yeah, so we were like, "Oh yeah, we proved it. We had to know everything was going smoothly. Everything was going fine." And then Gibby decided, "All right, now I'm gonna pickpocket them. This is on their way out. They're right about to leave. They're in the process of turning tail and just walking out the cave door." And, you know, it's just like light bulb blares above his head, and he goes, "All right, I'm gonna pickpocket them." And, you know, he tries to pickpocket them and just fails spectacularly. And so basically the, full 5 to 10 minutes we spent, convincing, these bird people that we were on their side, we were friends, they had nothing to worry about. That all went out the window, and they started attacking us. And we took care of them. We beat them up,
absolutely slaughtered
kicked their ass.
But
yeah,
still would have been nice to not have to do that.
yeah, and that was actually the end of it. And putting it into like words, however like shittily I am doing it, it really puts into perspective how short of a session it was.
Yeah.
There's only just a few fights there and a couple of characters, but nevertheless.
Because Mad Max didn't arrive until what was it, like 10?
No, it was still like 9:30. We were supposed to start at like 9, but he showed up at 9:30.
Yeah.
Something like that. What the dog doing?
The jokes write themselves.
Yeah, that was another thing.
That was one of the bits.
I kept
Joe kept making jokes out of like, "Oh, that's what she said," and he would just look at me and go, "The jokes write themselves."
or like someone would be like, and then they go here and then they come into the building.
And they do his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just basically the jokes we say all the time, every single episode in StenchCast here, but I would just look over at Jordan and be like, the jokes just write themselves.
Yeah.
That and the funny memory loss character design of my funny character time.
Yeah.
Quite epic. And it was a good time. And yeah.
Which, this might make a certain someone angry, but since it was at Joe's house, he didn't want to have to come out to my house and get me, so he could just not leave the house. Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else was already, out of their house, so Joe asked if anyone could come get me. As I mentioned, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
So, Gibby says Niall should be able to, and Niall makes up this excuse that he has to help his mom with something or something. And he actually arrives pretty early. He arrives earlier than everyone else.
Yeah.
And Gibby asks him what was the thing he had to help with, and of course, he was lying.
Oh yeah. As it normally does.
Me and Gibby were joking about it, and he was like, I knew he wasn't gonna come pick you up anyway.
Yeah.
It was more of a meme. And I was like, yeah, I really didn't want to go in his stinky-ass car anyway.
Yeah.
Knee-deep in cheeseburger wrappers.
Yeah. And the thing was, like, I text this to the group chat. We have a D&D group chat. I text this, like, hey, since it's at my house, anyone want to pick up Jordan? Don't want to leave? Yada, yada.
Like 15 minutes later, I just see him type, cool, nice, because nobody answered.
It was an hour. It was an hour went by, and I just
An hour?
Yeah.
Holy
and I was like, all right, cool, thanks. And then I immediately go text Jordan like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up. And then, like, as he's getting in my car, I look at my phone, it's buzzing off, and I look in the group chat like, oh hey, I think Niall should be able to come pick him up, you know, like only an hour and like 15 minutes, no, like an hour and a half, because I had to wait for a couple minutes for Jordan to get ready. Like an hour and a half after I text this to the group chat, only then do we start talking about, oh, actually, this person, that person. And I just reply like, don't worry, I got it. Like, it's like, whatever.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's just typical in, like, our group chats. Like, someone will ask something, and then not a single person respond for, like, an hour. It's like, alright.
Real.
Like, yeah, cool. Horrible aim. Yeah, this is why I don't play FPS games, because can't aim for shit. Except for TF2. I will have a TF2 clip dump video out. Yeah.
And because X-Defiant is a shitty Ubisoft game, so
yeah, that too.
Sense.
But yeah, I'm actually gonna have like a TF2 clip dump video sometime in the future, because I've been clipping away.
I'll have some cameo, like one cameo in there.
Yeah, there's I was playing earlier after I got off work. Actually, I was playing before and after I got off work, but I think it was before I went to work that this happened. But I was playing, and there was this guy. It was a soldier and a medic, and they were both top of the leaderboard. And the soldier was like basically just talking smack. Like we just started the round, and we're like pushing out. We're blue. I think it was like a payload map or something. So we're pushing out, trying to get the payload, and the soldier, he's just like, medic, why aren't you popping Uber? Medic, where's the Uber? Why aren't you popping Uber? And then he starts a vote kick to ban the medic, because he's like, yeah, the medic's idle. He's not doing his Uber. He's idle. It's like, all right, man. Like, goddamn. And unanimously. Yeah, that word. Everyone in the lobby on our team was just like, yeah, no, don't vote kick him. Immediately after,
he gets voted.
Yeah, he gets voted up. And he just goes like, guys, I'm literally carrying the team. I'm actually just carrying the team. Like, why are you trying to kick me? And then immediately gets kicked. And then I see, like, in the chat later, like, someone, like almost immediately after he gets kicked, like, someone in the chat just, like, drops the N-bomb. And I'm like, all right, yeah, this is TF2.
Yeah, that's pretty real.
Like, I had, like, an initial, like, whoa, who just said that? And then immediate realization, like, oh, yeah, no, that's just TF2. That's just what happens in TF2. But it's still a fun game, nevertheless.
Yeah, even if someone screams the hard R N-word in your ear every 5 seconds.
I mean, you know, it's give and take. You know, you can't have the best, like, first-person shooter game in existence without a little bit of racism, alright?
I think that... Alright.
I mean, you without being racist yourself, alright?
Sorry?
Like, you can enjoy the game, and you don't have to be racist, but there are racist people in the game.
No, I thought you were saying you can't play a good FPS game without being racist yourself.
Yeah, no, that applies for every other game but TF2.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm playing Fallout 4.
Yeah. You have to be racist if you're playing Fallout 4.
Yeah. That's so true. But yeah, that's probably the last thing for this episode, because we're probably about like 40 minutes in, so maybe not the last, but
yeah, I was gonna say we also have that like 10 minutes of
nothing. I'm trying to like see, because I started the recording like I started recording before I actually started playing the game, because I wanted to get through the tutorial first. Or rather, before we started the episode, so there was a good, like, 10-15 minutes.
I just killed a guy named Gibby's cat.
Real. But there's a good 10-15 minutes before, and then, like, another, like, 5 to 10 of one you cut out, so
Fucking A, yeah, there's a lot of dead time.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell how long we've been going for here, but the next topic, nevertheless, is I wanted to Oh, I just got blowed up. I wanted to mention Kingdom Hearts is finally coming to Steam.
Finally!
Coming! Oh, the jokes write themselves! But yeah, it's been, I believe, 4 years now since they released the Kingdom Hearts games on the Epic Game Store. And they're
I forgot
funny.
they were on the funny Epic Game Store.
Yeah, and like barely anyone bought them, but
because nobody likes the Epic Game Store.
Yeah, and I don't either. I almost bought it over Christmas, and I'm so glad I didn't. But yeah, it's
I have
finally
so many free games from Epic, but I will never play them.
Yeah.
Because if it's not through Steam, then I don't want it.
Yeah, no, that's same. Oh, other than Minecraft.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess their like contract that Ubisoft does with all the like typically like Square Enix games, but a lot of other like indie game developers too. They'll be like, "Hey, we'll give you a lot of money if you exclusively have it on our store for like a year," and they're like, "All right," and then it just like it's like stupid. Oh, this is Paladin Dance. I'll get him. Nah, fuck that. Fuck him. I hate him.
Paladin Dance,
Yeah.
the new Dance Dance Revolution game.
Paladin Dance in a strip club. I'll give him $1 bills.
Give him a $1 bill that is
Yeah.
cut up into multiple tinier bills.
Yeah. You have to find like at least half of the bill and tape it together for it to be usable, and it has to have the serial number on it.
Well,
But yeah, the funny contract ran out. Square Enix games usually tend to go with the contract because, especially with Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts was made on the Unreal Engine, so one has to wonder it was probably a bit of like, hey, we made your game, give us money, or rather, put it on our store. So I'm gonna die now. I'm out of stim packs. I'm dead. All right. But yeah, so that probably explains why I was on the Epic Game Store for so long. And now it's finally on Steam. It's coming out July 4th here. And once it
I told
does,
Joe should get a Steam Deck to play it.
yeah, he's actually genuinely convinced me. Like, if I have like depending on like the money income happening situation in the near future, I'm definitely gonna do that. Oh, I'm like gonna throw up. But yeah, once the game does come out on Steam, July 4th, well, it's not every single Kingdom Hearts game because it's excluding the most recent one, which is just a rhythm game, so I'm not too peeved about it. But it has, I would say 1 through 3, but there's also like another 6 games in between 1 through 3. So, and a couple of which have just been turned into like not visual novels, but like, I guess that's a good term for it, but it just puts into a specific category. I don't know. I'll just say visual novel, but a few of them been turned into visual novels, and then the rest just got like actual, either like remastered, I guess, games in terms of Chain of Memories, and then just the 1 and 2 just got like an HD port kind of. But they got all those games, pretty much everything but the newest one, Memory of Melody. And I was reading an article, like, because I originally found this out, like, I opened up Google and it has like the articles, and I saw like it was like, oh,
the
this
articles of Confederation.
Yeah. But the one of my Kingdom Hearts, yeah, that's my favorite. But there was an article. It was like, oh, this Kingdom Hearts fan is really sad because he caved in and bought the Kingdom Hearts games on Epic Game Store like a month, like a few days before it was announced they would be released on Steam. And I was like, what? And then like an hour later I get a text from you and you're like, hey, look at this. And I'm like, uh-huh.
And I told him he should get a Steam Deck, and like a few days later he's like, you have no idea how close I was to impulse buying a Steam Deck.
Yeah, I was very close. But
he was close. The jokes were themselves.
Right, but yeah, the funny Kingdom Hearts What? I lost where I was on the thing. I was talking about the articles, and oh yeah, I was reading another article, and it was saying about how, of course, not every game's going to be on Steam, but it was saying how on Switch, there's the bundle for all the games that are releasing on Steam for $90, and that is a fucking steal. That's like 12 games for $90. That mini nuke just went off in the distance. All right. But yeah, if that is true, if it isn't, I don't care if it isn't true. I'm buying every single one of them on launch day, and if for the next like 2 to 3 months, that's all I'm gonna be playing is Kingdom Hearts. So get ready for the StenchCast episodes with just Kingdom Hearts in it. That's gonna be fun. And the thing with Nintendo Switch, if you don't know much about it, and you're asking like, oh, why would you go buy a Steam Deck and wait for Kingdom Hearts on PC when you could just get it on Switch? Well, the reason is because on Switch, the only way. Oh, all right, I just got evaporated. I just got obliterated with a mini nuke by a man in power armor. But the reason why myself and almost no one else would ever dare get Kingdom Hearts and Switch is because it is through cloud service. So basically, you need a Wi-Fi connection to play it, and if your Wi-Fi connection isn't good, you can't play it. And my Wi-Fi connection...
That completely defeats the fucking purpose of having it on a console that can go anywhere.
Exactly.
What the fuck is the point of that?
I'm pretty sure it's because the games are just too big for the Switch. Actually, I don't know why it is. It makes no sense.
Bullshit.
Yeah, there's literally no reason.
This is actually the most fucking brain dead logic of all time.
Yeah, I don't know the exact thing, but that's my guess. Either it's too big or it's actually like, for example, like Kingdom Hearts 3. That one might actually be a bit too graphic intensive for the Switch, but like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, like remakes and the other ones, like those were made on like fucking PlayStation 2, and Chain of Memories I think was on Game Boy or something, either Game Boy or DS. It's like these games, like they can absolutely run on a Switch, but no, we're cloud service, Wi-Fi, you're not going to be able to play it. And even like the people who did have good Wi-Fi would always come, like I'd see so many complaints that it's just not working because it's like lagging or whatever. It's just unstable connection, and it's just like the worst experience you could like have trying to play Kingdom Hearts. So buying a Steam Deck when it comes on Steam is the solution to that, so I can download the games and not have to fucking worry about like cloud link service bullshit, because Steam and Valve, they just get it done. They just know how to win the day and do stuff right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna buy myself a Steam Deck.
Speaking of Valve, they are actually in the process of making a new game, and it is leaked in multiple ways. It's called Deadlock, and it is supposedly a hero shooter, much akin to the likes of Overwatch, which, you know, we're coming full fucking circle because Overwatch was extremely heavily inspired, and I cannot stress this enough, by TF2.
Mm-hmm.
And the influence is very fucking obvious if you've played both games. And this isn't even something that I thought about until it was pointed out by AJS News today, Angry Joe Show. I love Angry Joe Show so much. Wait, that's you! Why are you so angry? You wouldn't get it. I have a friend named Joek.
Yeah.
But,
alright.
Fuck. Oh, yeah. It's funny that now, the game that was inspired by TF2 has now inspired Valve to make a version of that game in the formula. A game of that formula.
Yeah. They're like,
it's fucking hilarious.
You copied us and you did it wrong. We're going to copy you and do it right.
Well, that's the thing, is I'm not sure if they will.
Yeah, I don't know if they will, but I really hope they do.
Valve is very good at making video games, and to be fair,
oh no.
Half-Life Alyx is still. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call it new, but I certainly wouldn't call it old. Came out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very good. It wasn't some like shameless fucking cash grab. It was a genuinely good game. I've played
Yeah.
it. I've even played it for Stench and my YouTube channel. But I don't know. I still don't have a whole lot of faith in this project.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to keep an open mind because they are leaks of this game that is in active development. So what you see can't exactly be held up to any high standard. But it does look rough. It looks very rough. I am not like I don't have the most faith in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it's just good old modern gaming that has kind of soured my expectations.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you have no expectations and it is good, then it's gonna blow you out of the water.
Well, and I kind of do just have no expectations. Like, I'm not really super excited about it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, in the back of my mind, like, it's like this is a Valve game.
Mm.
You know, like, part of me feels like I have to be excited about it.
Yeah.
And so I am, like, kind of feeling obligated to, like, actively pay attention to it at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Another thing that was revealed about the game is that it's supposedly going to have a story mode, which, actually, hold on, my hair is, like, all fucking wrong right now. It's really uncomfortable. Fuck. Bro's hair is uncomfortable. There we go. I told this to Joe the other day, and it seemed to really crack him up. There's going to be a story mode for the game in the style of a visual novel.
Yep.
Which I can only surmise that if Overwatch would have done that, oh my fucking god, it would still be a ridiculously massive powerhouse today.
Yeah.
If they would have actually had some sort of way to expand on the characters, even if it wasn't like a full-fledged campaign or a PvE, the PvE mode that they promised and never delivered on. Like, the game would have sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Even more so than it already did. I'm just dead. I don't know. It's weird. So what I'm thinking is that if the characters are even halfway as well designed and good as Overwatch's characters, then yeah, you'll have a really popular game. And by well designed, I definitely don't mean Rule 34-able.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. That's literally the rule. It doesn't matter. It's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, but like
It happened
when
to
you have
TF2.
characters like when you have characters like Widowmaker
Yeah. Yeah.
with
Having
just
characters
the
specifically
absolute
made for
fattest fucking yams.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like Overwatch's characters are. I don't know how they managed to do it, but well, for Widowmaker, it's kind of obvious. They put a woman with very wide hips in a very skin tight suit.
Mm-hmm.
But with like characters like Mercy and May, it's like, oh yeah, people just kind of simp over these characters because they're women and are slightly attractive.
Yeah.
But
Usually how it
like
goes.
Overwatch's popularity can be very damn well attributed to the amount of porn that has been made out of the game.
Yeah.
And no one can debate me on that. That is 1000%, like a good fraction of its popularity is attributed to its porn.
Yeah.
Despite how much Blizzard says they want it gone. I don't believe that for a second.
Wasn't there a thing? I don't know if this is Overwatch or not, but wasn't there a thing where like the developers were like making porn of it themselves?
That was Steven Universe.
That's what it was.
It was NSFW art of the characters being like shared around the office, and it got leaked.
Yeah.
Which it seemed like it was just kind of a goof, like just a funny.
Goofy.
For the lols. I don't think any of the team were actually like either slapping the meat curtains or jerking the gherkin to the characters that they themselves wrote and drew. I find that a little hard to believe.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like with Uncle Grandpa, the dude that drew and wrote the show had some fun with the characters as well. Like when Uncle Grandpa got canceled, he tweeted a picture that he drew of Uncle Grandpa with a revolver in his own mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. I mean,
So
you're
fucking
allowed
funny.
to do that now, but holy fuck.
That was really good.
It was.
Seeing that was like, I kind of want to watch the show now.
I didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
as a kid, I kind of hated Uncle Grandpa.
yeah, no, I never really saw it much. Like, it was one of those shows that, like, it'd be on, like, the TV at the dentist, and I'd just be like, alright, this is something I'm watching now.
Oh, headshot. Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hello. See you later.
Real.
Oh, I farted.
Yeah, no, but one thing that I feels a little
Alright.
odd is how willing a lot of celebrities are to put themselves in games now.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's take Nicki Minaj for example. She allowed herself to be put in Call of Duty. Do you know what that means? There is now an anatomically, visually correct model, 3D model of your entire body that can be ripped from game files and used for other purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly wonder if a lot of celebrities know that that's a thing. I know Keanu Reeves, he knew about a lot of different, like, basically porn mods for Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, I mean, he's just
Like,
the greatest.
He genuinely just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, these people want their characters to be railed by the video game version of me. It's like, all right, let them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And if they want to rail my in-game character, then I guess all the power to them.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, buddy.
I think I should do that. Put
Me and
myself
this
in a video
dude
game.
both just dumped a fucking mag into the walls behind us because we're that fucking bad. We both made outlines of each other. Me and Joe, well, I suggested this to Joe before we started recording, that we both play CSGO, like 1v1ing each other for StenchCast tonight. And we both had the exact same thought that, like, yeah, we would genuinely just be, like, outlining each other in the walls the entire time.
Oh, door.
But yeah, I wonder if Nicki Minaj knows that.
Probably
or if
not.
If that ever, like, came up in talks, like, oh yeah, with us putting you in the game, there's a possibility that your character model could be ripped, and then
I doubt it.
I don't know.
I feel like with like stuff like that, the celebrities, like, unless they really know about games, which I don't know how much knowledge Nicki Minaj has, but I probably not much. I would imagine, I would assume. And so she probably didn't think of it, and knowing how like I don't know how to say this, but like, not talks, but like whenever they're sitting down, they'd be like, all right, this is how we're gonna do it. This is what I don't think they would ever like mention or bring up like, oh yeah, this could happen with your character model, because they want her in the video game for the for the attention and like the to get more people buying it. So I don't think they would actively try and
Right, because
like,
they're not
tell her.
legally obligated.
Yeah,
to.
they're not obligated, so they're not gonna. They're absolutely
What
not
I
gonna
wonder
tell
though
her.
is if at some point in the future we will see a reality where they are like companies are obligated to tell celebrities that like, oh yeah, this is a possibility. You could end up seeing on Twitter one day that your fucking digital world counterpart is getting fucking cream pied by Shrek.
Yeah, well, especially with like especially if they start making games that like genuinely look like real life.
Yeah.
Like, cause then like to the point where it's like indistinguishable, like that paired with AI, like it's over. Like,
Which we're not that far away
yeah,
with
Not
games
at
like
all.
Unrecord being made.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have to like think about a specific game. Unreal Engine 5 is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when Unreal Engine 5 had literally just gone public. And a bunch of people were posting videos of these badass like demos of these locations that looked like just real world scans,
Mm-hmm.
but they fucking weren't. They were areas that were like what's the word? Modeled and meshed by hand.
Yeah.
They weren't real world scans, they were modeled by somebody.
Yeah.
But because of the lighting and the polygons that were put in those models of locations, it is fucking indistinguishable. And then, like, you see... I remember seeing on Twitter the Unrecord video, like, it was a behind-the-scenes dev video where the dude was like, for those of you who don't believe that this is a video game... And then he started, like, no-clipping through the map, and I was like, what the fuck?!
Yeah.
It, like, broke my fucking brain.
Because,
like, it's just, that's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it was, but I was playing the LabWorks mod. It's a port of Boneworks' campaign into Bone Lab.
Yeah.
I forget exactly what it was, but I remember seeing something in there that was like, if you just saw in a normal video game, like that's just 2D screen, it's like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But you see in VR, and it's like, it was, I don't know, it was something like that, you know, isn't possible in real life. And that if you see it in a video game, it's like, oh, whatever. But seeing it in VR while you're immersed, it's like, oh, what the fuck? It's like you're seeing something like Alien.
Yeah.
Because in VR, you know, those things are possible.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a really bad job of explaining it. I'm sorry, but
It's still understandable.
yeah.
Yeah, with the, like, honestly, fuck Epic Games. I will fucking despise them, but the Unreal Engine, that's pretty cool. They did that right.
Yeah.
They know they do know what they're doing, but they still fuck you.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good place to leave off today's episode because we've been going for quite a while. I'm at 1 hour and 35 minutes, which would normally be like, wow, we went for a long episode, but with all the like downtime and garbage in between, that's before and between. It's about an hour.
Yeah.
So we've been StenchCast. We are on YouTube, and you can watch us play games, and listen to us talk and funny banter like you have been. We also have like 30 episodes on Spotify that'll be updated in the near future. As I said before, me and Mad Max and Justin, all of us are going to the funny house soon. We're all moving in together, but we're gonna go scout that out here this weekend. So that's, I'd say, about a month maybe. I might actually move in here. So once that happens and I get like actually good Wi-Fi, then all the Spotify episodes will be updated, as well as our Patreon, which it's $5 a month, but I'd just hold that $5 in your pocket for another about month or two maybe, until I'm able to get all the episodes uploaded on there. And and as well as you know, maybe we get some more content we can actually put on there to make it worthwhile. So just keep $5 in your pocket while you think of us. If you want, you know, you don't have to, but just saying, it's gonna be quite funny. So you might want to do it when it happens. And yeah, we also have our funny main channels, which have quite a bunch of videos. Jordan here, you know, you're starting to get back in your upload schedule. I'm in a bit of a drought video wise.
Drought.
Yeah. But you know, it happens. You know, I just not still think. Well, I mean, the TF2 video's coming, but you know, I just had to take a step back, take a break from the videos I wasn't too happy with. But
I've got a few
we'll be
videos on
back.
the back burner.
Yeah, you got your funny horror.
Video essay. My
yeah, that
horror
one.
video.
Yeah. Potentially, we may potentially have an Ancient Dungeons VR video, but there was...
I do. I know I do.
Yeah, but that... yeah, the VR. Just, that's all there is. Just VR. But... yeah, so funny main channels go... I mean, you probably already came from there, so I don't know. Still don't know why, you know, we talk about our main channels, but just in case you somehow got to the end of this episode and aren't subscribed or watch our main channels, then go do that, because it's a lot better.
Yeah.
And, I think that's about it. Anything else you want to add here at the end?
No, I think that's all.
All right.
Everyone have a good night, and
Indeed.
stay safe, please.
Have a good night at 1 p.m. when this comes out.
Yeah, of course. It's always nighttime at StenchCast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it looks like that because we just in a porta potty and there's no light, and we still don't know how to open the door. We've been in here for a while, but
yeah,
we'll find out.
Ever
maybe.
since I went into that really cool porta potty in the Half-Life Alyx video on my channel.
Yeah, we
and showed it to Joe. Like, we never figured out a way. Anyway, but goodbye.
Bye.